This week on Between the Bytes, we'll be talking about the giant internet cable going across the Atlantic, some updates from Apple, a smart jacket, and some local news from Silicon Slopes. Stay tuned. Welcome to Between the Bytes, where we're not as smart as your average nerd. This week, the first thing we wanted to talk about is a partnership between Facebook and Microsoft has led to the largest transatlantic internet cabling. So they just announced that the project was finished. They laid this cable. It went from Virginia to a little town in Spain. This is the backbone of the internet. They are looking to improve it so that there's faster speeds across the continent. This cable is able to transfer 160 terabits of data per second. That's the equivalent of over 71 million HD videos streaming at the same time. Incredible speeds. It just means that the internet is getting better for the whole world.
Yep, making the world a smaller place.
That's right.
Yeah, that's really cool. And some news with Apple. As many of you are aware, Apple's search for Siri has been powered by Bing since 2013. And after a lot of research and basically just internal discussion, they found that they wanted to find a more consistent experience for their users, and they are moving things over to Google for Siri. And Google is actually paying $3 billion a year to be the primary search host for all iOS and Mac desktops. $3 billion a year.
Hefty price tag, but it's worth it for them.
Probably worth it.
All the search traffic that'll go through there. The next bit of news also comes from Google, something interesting. They partnered with Levi. That's right, the maker of Levi jeans. Denims. Partnered to make a smart jacket. They announced this project over 2 years ago and started really developing it a year ago, and it is now finally available for retail. The jacket has capacitive fibers built into the jacket so that you can just simply touch the jacket and control your smartphone. It was built ideally for bike commuters so that they wouldn't have to check their phones while on their bikes. The jacket will activate and your phone will read out text messages to you. You can turn music on or off, all just touching a little wrist thing on your jacket. It's also completely washable, and it is going for $350 in the store near you. So
I'm gonna stick to my dumb jackets for now.
yeah, it's a little easier.
Next, to put the tech boom here in Utah on the forefront, the Utah Jazz have partnered with Silicon Slopes, making them one of the sole sponsors of what used to be the Executives Club at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. There are memberships available as well as ticketing opportunities available to become a member of the Silicon Slopes Executive Club at Vivint Smart Home. Really cool that this partnership's happening. We're seeing a lot of partnerships with Silicon Slopes and our government now moving forward. It is apparent that this is the next big boom.
Good for them.
Yes.
Our last bit of news is regarding a local company called The Void. You may have heard of this company. They became famous by releasing a virtual reality experience around the Ghostbusters movie. The Void is based in Linden, Utah, but their experiences have been set up in places such as New York and Hollywood. It's more than just virtual reality goggles. The Void allows you to walk around an arena experiencing it as if it were real while wearing the goggles. So it's on the go virtual reality. Really cool stuff. They've just announced that they have partnered with Disney to become an exclusive partner with Star Wars. So they'll be creating a Star Wars experience that will feature a canon story, and it will be near Disney parks. So just outside the Disneyland and Disney World parks, you'll be able to go and act as an actual stormtrooper or whatever it may be. It's coming in 2020, so we've got a little bit of time to wait until it comes out, but that's something we definitely are looking forward to.
I can hear the excitement in Gary's voice.
It's gonna be great.
It's really exciting. Oh, wow. Quick, follow me. This is Frontline Newsworthy. And welcome to this week's Frontline News on Between the Bytes, where we give you the newest and biggest updates in cybercrime throughout the world. A recent study was released notifying us that cyber attacks have increased significantly over the last 5 years, and to the detriment of the attackees, It's about $11.7 million in cybercrime per year.
And we've got some more news. We've recently discovered about a report that the Mac operating system is vulnerable to a certain type of password theft attack. The High Sierra operating system, which came out on Monday, is vulnerable to this attack where an app will be downloaded to your desktop on a Mac, and that app will then be able to access all of your passwords which are stored on your Mac without a master password. In other words, be careful. Make sure that you are only installing applications on your Mac from verified sources, places that you trust, and maybe hold off on the High Sierra update for a little bit until they can get some patches in. That's it for this week's Frontline News.
And a new segment here on Between the Bytes is tech history. On this day, 19 years ago, everyone's favorite search engine, Google was founded. It actually was founded on the 4th of September, but Google itself and worldwide is celebrated on the 27th of September. It's come a far way. It was initially just that very, very non-robust search engine, and now it is a powerhouse, a tech powerhouse with all kinds of information that it gathers and segments, and it has changed the marketing world as well as everything else.
I'm sure there'll be a doodle to celebrate.
Absolutely.
That's fun.
Stay tuned on Google for a doodle.
Classic. Thanks for watching this week's Between the Bytes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our Insights page where you can see more cutting-edge insights and breaking news about cyber attacks on the Executech blog. And we'll catch you next week.
We'll see you next week. Have a good one.